When the summer sun dried every drop of water, all the birds gave up, except one tiny sparrow, whose clever idea changed everything. In a peaceful valley surrounded by rolling green hills, there stood a mighty banyan tree. It was home to a cheerful colony of sparrows who lived together like a big family. Every morning, their chirping filled the sky as they flew off to search for food, and by sunset, they would return to their nests, tired but content. Among these sparrows was a little one named Chikki. She was smaller than the rest, not the fastest flyer, and not the loudest singer, but she had one special quality: she could think. As the months passed, summer arrived, and it was fiercer than ever before. The sun burned the ground, the grass turned yellow, and the ponds and rivers slowly dried up. Days turned into weeks, and water became harder and harder to find. The sparrows grew weak and worried. One morning, their leader said sadly, "Friends, if we don't find water soon, none of us will survive this heat." So the flock decided to spread out in all directions to search for water. Chikki flew far away, past the fields and dry wells, until her wings began to ache. Just when she thought of turning back, something caught her eye: an old clay pot lying beside a farmer's hut. Her heart leapt. She flew down quickly and peered inside. There it was, water. But her joy faded as soon as she saw that the water was at the very bottom of the pot, far beyond her reach. She tried to dip her beak in, but it was too deep. She flapped her wings, tilted the pot, but nothing worked. Soon the other sparrows arrived. One by one, they tried to drink, but it was useless. "It's too deep," one said. "We'll never reach it," sighed another. "Let's leave it and find another place," said the leader. Disheartened, the sparrows began to fly away. But Chikki didn't move. She stayed, staring at the pot, thinking deeply. Then her sharp eyes noticed something. Small pebbles scattered all around the pot. And in that instant, a thought sparked in her mind. She picked up one pebble in her beak and dropped it into the pot. Plop! She picked another. Plop! Then another. Plop! The other sparrows who had gone a short distance saw her and returned, curious. "What are you doing, Chikki?" they chirped. "You'll tire yourself out for nothing." But Chikki didn't stop. She kept dropping pebble after pebble. And slowly, something magical began to happen. The water level started to rise. The sparrows gasped in amazement. As Chikki dropped the last pebble, the water rose high enough for her tiny beak to reach. She took a long, cool sip and smiled. "Come, friends," she chirped. "There's enough for everyone now." The sparrows rushed forward, drinking happily, their thirst finally quenched. They fluttered around Chikki, singing praises. That evening, as they returned to their tree, the leader said to the flock, "Today, our smallest sparrow taught us the biggest lesson of all." Chikki smiled shyly as the others nodded. "When strength and size fail," said the leader, "cleverness and calm thinking can still lead the way. It was not power that saved us. It was wisdom." Chikki looked at the glowing sunset and said softly, "When life puts you in a tight spot, don't give up. Don't panic. Just think, because clever wins every time."